Leviticus 26:7 and 8. And ye shall chase your enemies, and they shall fall before you by the sword. And 5 of you shall chase 100, and 100 of you shall put 10,000 to flight, and your enemies shall fall before you by the sword. We'll give all praise, honor, and glory to the Heavenly Father and His Son, Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of GMS who rule well. And peace and blessings to the hopeful elect brothers out there pushing the truth on the four corners of the earth, and all truth and sincerity and strength, Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. Hey, this lesson right here is, just a lesson on how the Lord is going to bless the certain elect men with the power, okay, a spiritual power, okay, because right now with these bodies that we're in, these fleshly bodies, we have no power. Only power we have now is understanding the word and preaching the word. But soon come, Yahweh Ba'Shem Shai is going to endow certain men to have power on this earth that is going to be incredible and basically out this world. Okay, that's coming. All right, and here I have my example for that. I'm going to show you is the movie X-Men. Okay, to show you a taste of similar the power we're going to have, because Esau has different men that read these scriptures and they make these movies, and it's right out of the scriptures. Because in the X-Men, they were what you call mutants, okay? And they had that spiritual power. So I'm going to play this clip. I hope this lesson's edifying.
Kevin, with pleasure. Don't you know who I am? I'm the juggernaut, bitch!
Somewhere?
You're the guy that invented the cure, right?
Yes, I am.
Girls?
No, don't.
Hey,
Don't hurt him. No,
let go of me.
don't
I
hurt
ain't
him.
doing anything. Hey, calm down. Everything's gonna be okay.
So you see, it's very few X-Men, very few who are fighting against many mutants. Okay, and mutant, when you go into the mutant, let's go into that word, mutant. That's what they're called, mutants. Okay, related to produce by mutation. Mutation. What is a mutation? Mutation, a significant and a basic alteration, a change, relatively permanent change in hereditary material that involves either a change in chromosome structure or a number of translocation, deletion, duplication, or polyploidy, or the change in nucleotide sequence of genes, condones. Okay, so it's a changing of cells. Okay, a changing of your cells. Okay, so this, when you see that movie, is representation of the power that the elect is going to receive one day. Certain men, okay. But being here, we can't being in this flesh, we can't receive that power. We have to be changed, okay? And that change is coming. When you read 1 Corinthians, I think it starts out at about 51, I believe. It says 1 Corinthians 15 and 51, behold, I show you a mystery. We shall not all sleep, but we shall all be changed. So we're going to go through that process of our genes, our cells being changed, a sequence, what's called a mutation, an alteration. Okay? It says, in a moment, in the twinkling of an eye, at the last trump, for the trump shall sound, and the dead shall be raised incorruptible, and we shall be changed. So you're incorruptible, okay? Meaning what? Immortal. Okay? So we're going to be raised up to be immortal. Just like you see, like the different X-Men, basically, you see how that Wolverine was chopping the one guy's hand, but he kept what? He kept growing back. His genes were basically mutating themselves, going through that alteration, that change, and coming back. Okay? We had to go through a certain change, coming out of the world, being 2/3, coming into being men of the Lord. It had to be a mutation that happened in our minds. Okay? All right? So that change is coming. All right? That change is coming. All right? Let's read that again. A significant and a basic alteration. So it's coming through the Spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Shai. We're gonna have that change where we're gonna be raised incorruptible. We're gonna have an incorruptible crown, and certain men are gonna get it. Okay, because you gotta remember Esau, so-called white man. Pursuing Revelation 12 and 12, it says, therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil, is Esau, so-called white man, is come down unto you having great wrath, because he knoweth he have but a short time. So he's going to pull out all the stops on you. He's gathering troops to come against you. He's putting out these diseases, right? He's bringing out in this world. He's about to bring out all the technology, man. He's finna try to turn you people into zombie robots through this nanotechnology and the RFID chip. Okay, he's finna try to rule everything. He thinks he's the Most High because he thinks he's sitting on that seat, pursuing the 2 Thessalonians. Okay, the 2nd chapter. All right, but the Most High going to intervene, and certain men going to have that power, because Esau is about to unleash, basically, like I said, unleash the dragon, man. He's going to come against us and try to force feed the chip on everybody. So if Yahweh Shem Shai don't intervene and give certain men that power, man, it'll be over for us. It's Isaiah 59 and 19. So shall they fear the name of Yahweh from the west, and we are where? In the western hemisphere, and his glory from the rising of the sun, when the enemy shall come in like a flood. The spirit of the Lord Yahweh shall lift up a standard against him. And when a flood comes in, what does it do? It washes away everything. Okay? It will toss you to and fro. And that's what Esau is coming to do. But it says the spirit of the Lord shall lift up a standard. When you go into the word standard, it goes into what? Nous. To flee, to escape, to flee, to escape, to take flight, to depart, to disappear, to fly, in parentheses, to the attack. Okay? Now, having spiritual power when Esau come in, we either gonna be able to flee, right? We're gonna be able to flee. We're gonna be able to either take flight, okay, or we're gonna be on the attack, okay. So the Lord gonna give you power to do one of those three, man. Okay, He gonna give you the power to do one of those three. You know, I remember the brother Benji told me a story about how he had a dream. He had spiritual power, and I've said this before in a video. He said martial law came through his door, and he went in a room and hid behind the dresser. He stood behind the dresser. So you know, Esau, when they come in, they searching high and low. You know, and the brother, hey, he's a big solid brother. You know what I mean? Hiding behind a dresser. If you know him, it'd be like hiding behind a dresser. He's a big solid brother, man. You know, so the Lord actually showed him to help his faith and to help the faith of the ones he told the story to. Hey, he had power because they come right in the room and didn't even see him. Okay. So the Lord gonna give us them powers in that day. Certain brothers gonna have power. Okay, certain brothers are gonna have that power in that day. Now, go to this scripture here, Ecclesiastes 1:10. It says, "Is there anything whereof it said, see, this is new? It have already of old times which was before us. There is no remembrance of former things, neither shall there be any remembrance of things that are to come with those that shall come after." So we don't remember when we had the spiritual power before. And did we have spiritual power before? Yes. And I'm going to show you scriptures where we had that power. That power was endowed on us, man, before. Okay? So we're going to have it again. Let me show you. Go back in the history to show you where we had that power. It was around the time of our king, David. Let's see, it's 23. I think it's 8. 2 Samuel is 23:8. These be the names of the mighty men, right? Mighty men. Strong, mighty, strong, brave, mighty. Okay? Implicate warrior, champion, excel, giant men, mighty, valiant, powerful. Okay? Powerful men. To prevail, having strength. Be powerful, be mighty. Okay? To act proudly towards God. To confirm, to give strength. Okay, we don't have no strength now. We don't have this valiant bodies in that mind like these men had then. Okay? All right? We was the angels that fell, man. But the Lord is going to give it back in due time. Okay? He about, like when you read in Amos the 9th chapter 11th verse, the Lord is about to close the breaches, man. That broken wall, man, he's about to close it up and build us back up to these mighty men that I'm about to read about here. Yeah, and this is in the scriptures. You gotta remember, it says, "Is anything new? The thing that have been, right? The spirit." And what does it say in Genesis, man? Every what? Third or fourth generation. So the spirit never dies, man. It just keeps coming back, being reincarnated. Okay? So these men that I'm about to read about, guess what? They're here now. And when the Lord cut that switch on, they're going to do mighty acts just like they're doing in what I'm about to read. Okay, 2 Samuel 23:8. These be the names of the mighty men whom David had, the Tachmonite that sat in the seat, chief among the captains. The same was Adino, the Ezonite. He lift up his spear against 800, whom he slew at one time. See, killed 800 at one time. But what did Leviticus say, man? 5 gonna send 10 gonna send 100. 5 gonna send 100. Let me go back and get it. Let me go back. I don't want to butcher that one. Because this is heavy. This is some serious. It says, verse 8, and 5 shall chase 100. Okay? That's 20 times more. And 100 shall chase 1,000. Put a 10,000 to flight. So that's like 1,000 times more. Okay? All right? And it says he went up against 800 men and slew at one time. So he had to have a power that was from above, man. These were valiant men. It says strong and mighty men. Okay? And after him was Eleazar, the son of Dodo, the Ahohite, one of 3 mighty men with David when they defied the Philistines that were there gathered together to battle, and the men of Israel were gone away. He arose and smote the Philistines until his hand was weary, and his hand clave unto his sword. So he said until his hand was weary, right? Until it tore, grew weary, toilsome, okay? Tired, to be exhausted. And you know it took a minute because they were valiant men. They had that energy. So for him to fight till he was just straight up tired, he had to fight for a long time and fight a lot of men. All right. And it says, clave unto his sword, and the Lord Yahweh wrought a great victory that day, and the people returned after him only to spoil. And after him was Shema, the son of Agi, the Hararite, and the Philistines were gathered together into a troop, where was a piece of ground full of lentils, and the people fled from the Philistines. But he stood in the midst of the ground and defended it, and slew the Philistines, and the Lord Yahweh wrought a great victory. And 3 of the 33 went down and came to David in the harvest time unto the cave of Adullam, and the troop of the Philistines pitched in the valley of Rephaim. And David was then in an hold, and the garrison of the Philistines was then in Bethlehem. And David longed and said, oh, that one would give me drink of water of the well of Bethlehem, which is at the gate. And the 3 mighty men brake through the host of the Philistines and drew water out of the well of Bethlehem, and was by the gate, and took it and brought it to David. Nevertheless, he would not drink thereof, but poured it out unto the Lord Yahweh. Poured it out unto the Lord Yahweh, man. And he said, be it far from me, O Yahweh, that I should do this. It is not this the blood of the men that went in jeopardy of their lives. Therefore he would not drink. So he basically, what they do now, he poured it out to the fallen, to the homies, as they do now today. These things did, so that pouring liquor out to the homies, that ain't nothing new. These things did these 3 mighty men. And Abishai, the brother of Joab, the son of Zeruiah, was chief among 3. And he lifted up his spear against 300 and slew them, and had the name among 3. Was he not most honorable of the 3? Therefore he was their captain. Howbeit he obtained not unto the first 3. And Benaiah, the son of Jehoiada, the son of a valiant man of Kabzeel, who had done many acts, he slew 2 lion-like men of Moab. He went down also and slew a lion in the midst of a pit in the time of snow. So, man, these dudes were doing valiant things, man. Killing lions and killing like ninjas, man. Lion-like men of Moab, man. He was taking on ninjas, so to speak. And it says he slew an Egyptian, a godly man, and the Egyptian had a spear in his hand, but he went down to him with a staff and plucked the spear out of the Egyptian's hand and slew him with his own spear. Man, these are bad men. Okay, these are real. These things did Benaiah the son of Jehoiada, and had the name among 3 mighty men. Okay, he was most honorable than the 30, but he obtained not for the first 3. And David set him over the guard. And it goes on, when you go verse 24, it gives you all of these mighty men's names, right? It goes all the way down to the end. And it says it was 37 in all, okay? At the end it says 37 in all. Now, think about it. If it's 37 of these men here, somewhere these men's spirit is back here on the planet now, okay? They probably dispersed in the camps, man. Because we're going to need men like this in that day, man, because Esau is coming. So the Lord is going to turn the switch on. These men are going to have, these certain men that are among you right now are going to have power in that day, man. You know, they're going to have power. This is Isaiah 40 and 30. Even the youth shall faint and be weary, and young men shall utterly fall. But they that wait upon the Lord Yahweh shall renew their strength. They shall mount up there with wings as eagles. So brothers going to be able to, basically, they're going to be able to fly, man. They shall run and not be weary, and they shall walk and not be faint. So that's going to be spiritual power in that day. Brothers going to receive that power up on high, man. Okay? And that power is coming. That power is coming. And we wait patiently. You know? It says, Zechariah 12 and 8, in that day shall the Lord Yahweh defend the inhabitants of Jerusalem, the elect men, and he that is feeble among them at that day shall be as David, and the house of David shall be as the Most High, as the angel of the Lord before them. So, hey, brothers going to receive that strength. They're going to receive that power, man. Okay? We feeble now. He said we're going to receive that power as David. David leaped over walls, man. Okay? So we're going to receive that power, man. All right? Shall be as God, man. Okay? So we're going to receive that power in that day. And we, hey, man, we have to wait, but it's going to be beautiful. Okay? It's going to be a beautiful time. All right? Let's get one more. Let's get one more. Let's go in the Apocrypha, the Wisdom of Solomon, the 3rd chapter, starting at 1, going down to 8. But the souls of the righteous are in the hand of Yahweh, the elect men. All right, chosen from the foundations. Their souls are in His hand, and there shall no torment touch them. So the Lord going to protect the elect men. And Lord willing, we those men, the men that out here pushing and doing what He commanded us to do, that are going out on these highways and byways and pushing His word. Okay? It says, in the sight of the unwise, they seem to die, and their departure is taken for misery. And they're going from us to be utter destruction, but they are in peace, man. So when we pass, they think we're going in peace when we leave here. For though they be punished in the sight of men, yet is there hope for immortality, man. Because the Lord is going to allow Esau to grab certain men, and they're going to be tested in these camps or in concentration camps, man. You're going to be tested. You're going to be probably scourged and beat, like the scriptures say, like they did Yahweh Shai. The things he went through, you know, we're going to go through. But it says everything. It tells you in Sirach, the 2nd chapter, what's brought forth. Let's take it cheerfully, man. You know, it says verse 5, and having been a little chastised, they shall be greatly rewarded. So if you get scourged and beat and spit on like Yahweh Shai, know it's a great reward coming. For the Most High proved them and found them worthy for Himself. So the Lord is testing us. We gotta be tested. We gotta go through the fire, man. You know, and on the other side of that fire, it's gonna be beautiful. We're gonna have the nations under our feet. Okay? It says, as gold in the furnace have been tried. He have tried them and received them as a burnt offering. And in the time of their visitation, they shall shine and run to and fro. Because it just said we're gonna be running and don't get the faint gonna run and we're not gonna be weary. Like sparks among the stubble. If you ever seen sparks among the stubble, what do? A spark, a jump from one place to another. Okay. You know, I just saw a house the other day was on fire, and you could see how the sparks was jumping in the air, and it actually jumped to the other house and caught the other house on fire. So we're gonna be able to run to and fro. We're gonna be able to jump like David did. A spark among the stubble, it jumps. Okay. It says, verse 8, they shall judge the nations and have dominion over the people, and the Lord Yahweh Shai shall reign forever. So, hey, we wait patiently on that day, man, because the Lord is going to give us that power. And it's certain that the men that you see that you read about in 2 Samuel, them same spirits are here today in these camps. Brother, just sitting back. You might look at the most feeble person. The brother might be just holding signs. You might not see him out there teaching like certain men or reading. The brother just might be sitting back. That could be one of the mighty men, you know, that Yahweh Shai has placed among the camp. You know, he could place a mighty man in each camp around the world, man. You know, so with that, hey, I just hope it was edifying. Call halal Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. By Hashem Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of GMS who rule well. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect. GMS Arkansas. GMS Stop and Listen. Till the next time, I say Shalom.